Akshay?
A very good evening, ma'am.
All good today? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. What about you?
I'm great too. Very nice. All right. So, word check. Start off.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. All right. My friend bought a pair of shoes, but she bought it from a very well-known shop, and it's branded, and I think that it's really, really expensive. Another word for that?
Exorbited.
Very good. Yes. Exorbitant.
Exorbited.
Exorbitant. Yes.
Exorbited.
Perfect. Yes. Very good. So, yeah, definitely. So, what we're going to talk about today? Today, we're going to talk about something that is very, very essential for a positive frame of mind. Okay. All living beings need this. All, at least. It's very essential for them to be full of energy. What do you think this is?
This is full of energy.
Hmm.
Food,
But we've done food. Yeah, you're right. Food is something that we need for energy. But we finished food. All right.
oxygen.
Okay, oxygen. That's good too. Yeah, we need oxygen to stay alive. Yeah, okay. But no, oxygen would be a very limiting topic. Don't you feel, Akshay?
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
yeah,
It
I
will
mean,
be good to make a cup.
yeah, and I have no science background. I will not be able to give you too many equations with oxygen. All right. Okay. So without much further ado, I'll just let you know we're talking about sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah. Okay. So that's one thing. It's not something that really comes to mind straight away, right? When you say that it is something essential for energy, and it's something that we all really require, we don't really think of sleep. But sleep is something really important. Would you agree?
Yes, ma'am. It is very important for each and every human being.
Yes, absolutely true. Okay. So, um, what exactly comes to mind for you? When I say, I just say the word sleep. What comes to mind? Just give me some picture must be coming to your mind, right? So, what
Yeah.
comes to mind when I say sleep?
Rest and go to bed and just sleep down. Sleep on.
Okay, all right. So you say when you say sleep, I think of the words rest. I think of the word, bed. I think of the word maybe relax and eyes closed or something like that, right? Do you remember when, even in school, I don't know if you've gone through it, but often we used to tell children, head down and go to sleep.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Sometimes
your
teacher will
teacher,
say there.
yeah, when no noise, head down and go to sleep. All right. So, yeah, so different images may come to mind when we just hear the word sleep. All right. Um, do you think we always get enough sleep?
In my opinion, I don't no, each and every time, if person is sleeping, trying to sleep, the thoughts always coming, going on in his head, like what he's going to do in future, what happens in past or today, or like present in what is going on.
Hmm.
So because of that, that person didn't get enough sleep.
Okay. So you're saying in general, like people often get, sleep gets put off, or, we don't fall asleep easily because there are many thoughts that are constantly going on in a person's mind. All right. Yes. I think, yeah, in a stressful world or whatever, there are many things that constantly worry people, and that stops us from falling asleep. All right. Um, Interesting question. So suppose we did not have to sleep. All right. Suppose there was no requirement to sleep. So I think on an average, a person may be sleeping, say, 6 hours, 7 hours in a day or whatever. That means 7 additional hours to work.
Yes, ma'am.
So does it ever occur to you, or do you ever feel that time spent on sleep is actually time wasted? And instead that time could be spent working.
I don't think so. Like if person is taking sleeping, so it is called as time wasted because it is a really need for each and every person, or each and every being, living being who is on earth. Because we need rest for our mind and our body also, like to get energy. If we're gonna continuously we're gonna work, so we're gonna get exhausted, and we are not gonna uh, and we are not gonna have an energy to work more and to give a better performance. If we get rest, if we get sleep, so we will perform more also, and we learn more enthusiastic way.
Okay, and in an interesting way,
Interesting way.
enthusiastic.
Interesting. Yes, ma'am.
Ah, yes, enthusiastic way. So very good. You spoke very, very well. Yes, actually, definitely. Where's the hand clapping? Yeah, there you go. All right. Okay, very well. And a lot of words you try to use, and I liked your usage of exhausted. All right, that means very, very tired. Yeah. So and I think I'm absolutely 100% in agreement with you that we are not machines. At the end of the day, we are living creatures. And sleep is not really time wasted because while we are sleeping, we are rejuvenating. Our body is repairing a lot of things, and that makes you strong again to work. Right? Okay. Um, so, based upon this, what would be the essential? Why do we need sleep? If you had to name two things, we need sleep for one and two. What would you say?
First one is to rest,
Okay.
and second one is to get more energy,
Okay. All right. So, to rest and to energize.
to energize.
Okay. To rest and to energize ourselves. Okay. Good. Are there any people who cannot sleep easily?
Who cannot sleep easily.
Yeah, like even after a lot of hard work, they've had a busy day, it's not like they were lazy or they were sleeping through the day and that's why they can't sleep at night. No, they've worked very hard, but still at night they can't sleep. Do people like this exist?
I don't know. I haven't noticed on YouTube and nothing else,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
Okay, so suppose somebody did come to you and say, listen, Akshay, I have a major sleeping problem. Like I work all day, but at night I can't sleep. All right, would you be able to give such a person some advice that I think maybe you should try this, you should do this, you should do that? Would you have some advice to give such a person, a person who
I
says I can't
don't.
sleep?
Uh, yeah, in the Indian household, the many of the women's and elderly women's said like they give a home remedy,
Yeah,
like
why
take this
not
home.
share it?
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yeah, very good. Yeah.
yeah, take this home remedy, and before sleeping, so you will get a good sleep and all. So I will give this thing
Okay.
as a suggestion to him.
Okay, very nice, right? So you're saying that in many households they have. I like the word home remedy. Okay, so that's a nice word to explore. All cultures have it. All right, not just our culture. All cultures have it. These are little remedies that you don't normally like rush off to the hospital or the doctor for. That you just
Mhm.
try some little, maybe some spices, maybe something, maybe some, something that the usually comes down from the grandparents and all. Try this. It may help you. So, yeah, many households have home remedies. And you say, maybe I will suggest something like this to my friend or anybody who says that I can't sleep. Right? Small little point over here, actually. Remember, will I say all Indian women's or all Indian?
All
So,
Indian women,
no, woman, singular. Plural?
women,
Yes. Okay. No S. No S. All right. So one woman, many women. Okay. Let me hear you.
women,
Many. Yeah.
women,
Women.
women.
Yes. Perfect pronunciation now. Okay. So one woman, but many women. Yeah. Although we write it as WOMEN. So, technically you may think that woman, so woman. All right. But we pronounce it differently. We say women. All right. Okay. So yeah, keep that in mind. Definitely. I think yeah, home remedy. I think normally it's warm milk and turmeric is a lot of what a lot of people recommend that yes, have this and you may get sleep.
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right. So do you know the term light sleeper? This person I know is a light sleeper. A light sleeper is, somebody, even the smallest, like maybe the cupboard is opening or the door opened, or maybe one latch, they could hear the latch, that will
Right.
make them wake up. All right,
Wait.
immediately. Okay, so that's a light sleeper. The opposite of that is a heavy sleeper. You know, the kind who's maybe even if there's an earthquake, this person will not wake up. All right. So they can sleep through it. All right. So, given a choice, which is the better option to be? Is it better to be a heavy sleeper or is it better to be a light sleeper? What do you feel?
It is better to be light sleeper.
Why?
Like uh, if something happens around us, like if someone tried to enter our home like unforcefully and all, so if we heard the noise, so we may wake up and stop the tragedy going to be happen.
Yes. Okay. So you're saying that, it's possible, like you are on alert.
Yeah,
So, so there's never a time when you're completely not aware of what's happening, and then you can defend your loved ones and things like that. So, yes, that's, I think, a point. Would life be a little tricky for a light sleeper? Because, like, maybe a family member got up or went somewhere, and every 2 minutes the light sleeper wakes up. Do you think it's tricky for the light
that's fine.
sleeper?
It's tricky. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tricky for the light sleeper.
And is it tricky for the family too?
It depends on the family, how they are used to. If they are gonna used to it, so it's good for them. If they are not gonna used to it, so it's their
It's
choice.
not so good, yeah, because then they have to absolutely pin drop
Absolutely.
silence. This person is sleeping, yes, you can't make a noise. All right, yeah, correct. So you learned two terms today: light sleeper
For and
and
heavy
heavy
sleeper.
sleeper. All right. So would you feel that the sleep patterns have changed? Any difference in the amount people sleep, or when do they go to sleep? When do they wake up? Things like that. Has that undergone major change according to you?
Yes, ma'am. In ancient times, people used to sleep very early, and they used to wake up very early also, in early in morning. And nowadays, the new generation, the new generation is sleeping around like after one, so they don't have a specific time to go to bed, and they just sleep whenever they get time, and they just woke up whenever they want to woke up. That's all. So because of that, and it is happening because of the jobs also. When people are working in the BPO sector and all, so because of the shift timing, so they are sleeping in morning. Someone is sleeping in afternoon. Someone is sleeping in evening also.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I think you've pointed that out very well. You've said that in the earlier times, they would go to sleep around, say, sunset. You know, sundown, we also go. Like, that's end of the day, right?
And
Work is
it's,
done, they go to sleep. And with the sunrise, we also wake up. I think pretty much like, animals, like birds.
yeah.
Yeah, so they go back home. It's sun is going down. Okay, time to say it's your good nights and go to sleep. So whereas with um with changes in time, with changes perhaps even in not just the job sector, which you very correctly pointed out, that people work in the BPO sector, and so they work through the night. And then there are people who work, who sleep through the day because of that. But I think also in terms of entertainment, maybe even entertainment, maybe even things like usage of cell phones, would you agree, has that affected us?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So any does sleep get affected by mindless scrolling?
Okay.
What is mindless scrolling?
Like if we are trying to sleep, but then still the thoughts which is going in our head like continuously.
Okay,
So
yeah, so
mind
that's one thing, that is mindless thoughts, right? It's senseless,
yeah,
stupid thoughts, all right? But if you're saying, I'm talking about scrolling,
scrolling,
mindless scrolling.
Insta,
Yeah, yeah. So any of the social media platforms,
social
okay,
media platform.
you're not really doing work, you're not searching for something in particular, you don't have to answer somebody, but Yes.
Still scrolling down.
Constantly, yes. That's scrolling, right? You're scrolling down, right? You're scrolling. So mindless scrolling. Do you think sometimes sleep gets affected by our mindless scrolling?
Yes, ma'am. Really.
Yes. Okay, before you know it, how much time just goes. And you say, "Oh my god, 1 hour I was doing nothing."
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. So that's I think probably the bane of the modern age. Bane. Something that
Been.
is negative. Boon. Boon is a blessing. Bane is a curse. If I say that, the boon of modern technology is that all information is available at your fingertips. But the bane of modern technology is that we have no self control about when to stop. So we are just constantly, just firing our minds all the time. Yeah. And an
Yeah,
active
I'm
mind
good.
cannot sleep. Yes, an active mind won't sleep. Okay. So, yeah, big changes in sleep patterns. All right. Um, do you know the term, the English term, to sleep like a baby?
Yes, ma'am. I
You've
heard.
heard this?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So, what do you feel it means? Does it mean that I cry and then go to sleep? Or does it
No.
mean like I scream a lot when I'm sleeping? Or does it mean I sleep in a very sound, peaceful, and innocent way?
To sleep in a very peaceful way.
Yeah, correct. Okay, so that's a term we use in English. All right, to sleep like a baby, or you can always use it even for somebody. If you say that somebody's sleeping very, very, deep sleep and very peaceful sleep, you say, "Shh, don't make a sound. He's sleeping like a baby." All right. So, when do you think we sleep like a baby?
Sleeping like
When does a person sleep like a baby, according to you?
when he gets tired or he
Okay.
get exhausted.
Yes.
Uh, that time, or when we go somewhere from we are traveling since morning. Since last 2 days we didn't get mostly enough sleep. So if we get a return home
Yeah.
on that time,
Yeah. Okay, yes, very well expressed. You think all these things would really make somebody, absolutely go into deep sleep, very peaceful sleep, because one, you've not had enough. Maybe you've been too tired, so your body is not ready to stay awake anymore. And second is when you're traveling, and then maybe you've reached your destination. So on that note, we will conclude today's class. All right. Have a lovely evening, Akshay, and I will see you tomorrow. Yeah.
tomorrow.
Bye bye.
Yeah, ma'am. Bye,
Take
SK,
care.
ma'am.
See
Good
ya.
evening.